Bantam Doubleday Dell Audio Publishing presents Star Wars: The Crystal Star by Vonda N. McIntyre. The children had been kidnapped. Leia ran headlong toward the glade, leaving behind the courtiers and the chamberlain of Munto-Kodru, leaving her attendants, leaving the young page who, completely against protocol, had stumbled into Leia's receiving room, bleeding from nose and ears, incoherent. But Leia understood her. Jaina and Jacen and Anakin had been stolen. Leia ran now through the trees and down a soft, mossy path that led into her children's playground. Jaina imagined the path was a starship course set to hyperspace. Jacen pretended it was a great mysterious road, a river. Anakin, going through a literal phase, insisted that it was only a path through the forest to the meadow. Leia's vision blurred with tears, her soft slipper snared in the tangled moss. She stumbled, caught herself, and plunged onward, holding the skirts of her court robe high. She cried out to herself, "How could this happen? How is this possible?" The answer, the only way it could be possible, terrified her. For a short time, her ability to sense the presence of her children had been neutralized. Only a manipulation of the Force could have such an effect. Leia reached the meadow. She ran toward the creek where Jaina and Jacen had splashed and played and taught little Anakin to swim. A crater ripped into the soft grass. The leafy blades had been flattened into a circle around the raw patch of empty dirt. A pressure bomb had gone off near her children. "They aren't dead," she told herself. "They can't be. I'd know if they were dead." At the edge of the blast area, Chewbacca lay sprawled in a heap. Blood flowed bright against his chestnut coat. Leia fell to her knees beside him. He was bleeding, still breathing. She pressed her hand against the deep gash in his leg, desperate to stop the flow of blood and save his life. Like the page, he also bled from ears and nostrils. Chewbacca's cry was not a groan of pain, but a cry of rage and remorse. "Lie still. Chewbacca, lie still. The doctor is coming. You'll be all right. What happened? Oh, what happened?" Leia understood that he felt such despair that he wanted to die. He had adopted her family as his own, his honor family, and he had failed to protect the children. "You can't die." "He must live," she thought. "He must. Only he can tell me who stole my children. Come back. Come back to me." The courtiers and advisers and guards had caught up with her, and now they gathered round. "Did you bring the doctor?" Leia asked Mr. Ion, the chamberlain of Munto-Kodru.
"I sent for her, madam."
The doctor ran across the field. Her six-legged werewolf loped behind her, carrying her equipment and supplies. Leia was reminded that Mr. Ion's werewolf had been playing with her children. It had disappeared as well. Dr. Hyos knelt beside Chewbacca. The werewolf sat on its haunches. It turned its massive head, staring at Leia with great limpid blue eyes. Its coat was thick and brown, with long, coarse black guard hairs. Its face was grotesque. Its hot, bitter breath made Leia flinch away. Dr. Hyos's four hands, so languid at rest, moved quickly over the panniers strapped to the werewolf's sides.
"Do you see what I'm doing, my dear?" she said softly. "The bleeding is most important. Our princess has stopped it."
The doctor spoke to the werewolf, explaining everything she did. Dr. Hyos drew pressure bandages from one compartment as she chose the proper medicine from another. Always she told the werewolf what she was doing.
"Madam,"
Chamberlain Ion said, but he did not try to make Leia come away. "Close the port. Block the roads. Can the page be questioned? Check the port controller. Is there any chance the kidnappers have left the planet?" As Leia spoke, she feared any measures she might take would be useless, and if not useless, too late.
"Madam, closing the port would not be wise."
She glared at him, instantly suspicious of a man she had trusted only a moment before.
"There are traditions. If we follow them, nothing will happen to the children. That, too, is the tradition."
Leia knew of Monto Codru's traditions of abduction and ransom. That was why Chewbacca had been staying so close to the children. That was why extra security surrounded and guarded the ancient castle. For the people of Monto Codru, coup abduction was an important and traditional political sport. It was a sport in which Leia did not care to participate.
"It's a most audacious abduction," the Chamberlain said.
"And a cruel one. Chewbacca is wounded, and the pressure bomb, my children—" She fought for control of her voice and of her fear.
"The abductors detonated a pressure bomb only to prove that they could, madam."
The Chamberlain leaned toward her, intense.
"If you apply the rules of the Republic, disaster, tragedy will be the result. Your children will not be harmed, cannot be harmed, for the ransomers to achieve their goals. They may look upon the event as a great adventure."
"Close the port." Leia was too angry to respond to the Chamberlain's comment. "I won't take any chance that they'll leave Monto Codru." Leia followed Dr. Hyos's assistants as they carried Chewbacca back to the surgery in the ancient Monto Codru castle. She felt very alone. Han and Luke had left on an adventure with her blessing. The children's nanny, Winter, Leia's trusted assistant, had taken the opportunity afforded by this peaceful tour to attend a conference on runaway children. She, too, was worlds away. Leia waited outside the surgery, where Dr. Hyos and her assistants worked to heal Chewbacca's wounds.
"The ransom demand will come in the morning," the Chamberlain said, trying to reassure her.
Finally, the door of the surgery opened. Dr. Hyos patted the werewolf's heavy head, came to Leia, and took her hands.
"He'll be fine. His hearing will take time to recover from the effects of the pressure bomb. He'll be weak while he builds up his blood."
"Did he tell you—"
"He's not in any shape to tell anyone anything. Leia, my princess, he must sleep or he'll be in danger."
Leia turned to the Chamberlain. "Did you send my message to Han and Luke?"
"Yes, madam, but I regret. They are too close to Crseih station. The star system is most violent. The black hole, its quantum crystal companion, their influence blocks communication."
By the time a ship could reach Han, she thought, whatever happens will have happened. I gain nothing by sending for him. Leia said, "I'll go back to the receiving room. I'll finish my appointments. If we haven't heard anything by sundown—"
"By morning, please, madam."
The Chamberlain's face was anxious.
"By morning, I assure you, we'll have instructions."
"Just like old times, eh, kid?" Han Solo said to Luke Skywalker. Sitting in the co-pilot seat of the Millennium Falcon, Luke grinned. "Just like old times, except the Empire isn't trying to shoot us out of the sky." "You got that right." "And Jabba the Hutt isn't after your hide for dumping that spice load." "Yeah. And nobody is trying to collect old gambling debts from you." "Also true," Han said. But he thought, although I might get around to running up some new gambling debts. After all, what's a vacation for? And finally, you can't flirt with every beautiful woman who comes by. "Sure I can." As Luke chuckled, Han hurried to defend himself. "Leia and I know where we stand with each other. We trust each other. She's not jealous. Hey, kid, listen. Flirting is one of the best inventions of civilization." Luke hated it when Han called him kid. That was why he did it. Luke stared out into hyperspace. "You ought to do more flirting yourself."
"If I might be of service, Master Luke." C-3PO leaned forward from the passenger seat. "I have an extensive library of love poetry at your disposal, in several languages suitable for the human tongue, as well as etiquette, medical information, and—"
"I don't have time for flirtations or love poetry, not right now." 3PO sat back in the passenger seat. In the corner of Han's vision, the droid looked like a shadow. To disguise himself, C-3PO had covered his glossy gold finish with a coat of purple lacquer. Han had not yet gotten used to the change. "Don't be so damn dedicated," Han said to Luke. "Don't Jedi Knights get to have any fun? Little Jedi Knights have to come from somewhere." "I don't know what other Jedi Knights did," Luke replied softly. The Millennium Falcon swept out of hyperspace, diving through streamers of light into normal space. Alarm shrieked, and the radiation shield snapped into existence around the Falcon. Han swore. He had expected a heavy radiation flux in this region, but nothing as powerful as the X-ray storms raging around them. A dense, brilliant star field spread all around his ship. 2 star clusters...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?